What is going on, YouTube? We are back with another banger, and today I think we're gonna be, you know, we're gonna be feeling it out today. Um, Been doing a little bit of testing of these new OEM sand tires, seeing how they did update the tires. Um, Kind of just been feeling it out, seeing what's good with the settings and stuff like that, and I've come to a general consensus that pretty much like stock settings on these bikes is pretty much all you need, man. Like even with this TM 252 stroke, I think I've maybe adjusted like a couple of different things, and that's just like personal preference, just my riding style. So I will be putting up the setup at the very end of the video so you guys can see that. Um, if you want, you can skip to the very end of the video. I don't care. I just would appreciate it if you guys would watch all the way through. I put a lot of work into these videos and just coming up with the ideas. But yeah, let's get back to the main topic. The sand tires. I gotta say, if you guys go back and watch my video on 2013 Lommel, where I was saying like how good this TM250 felt in the sand, I mean it's like 10 times better now, gents. I mean I don't think I can make it that much simpler. Just the overall feel of the new updated bikes is just so much better. We're on TC's Cortland Dunes for the map today. Pretty fire sand track. I think it's like maybe $1.50 in the MXB shop. Not too expensive. Such a better feeling now that they updated these tires to not be so jittery on like small bumps, and that like mainly affects it just in braking bumps in general. Just braking bumps for like the mid soft and the hard packed soils. But I gotta say, even in the sand through these braking bumps, I mean, look, the bike barely looks like it's moving. I mean, come on. I don't think you can make. I don't think that they can make these bikes feel any better. Um, I will be doing a settings video here very shortly. Um, Once I get the general feel for the bikes, just doing like small little adjustments here and there, and then kind of just feeling it out. But yeah, I will be releasing a settings video here very soon, so don't worry. I know all you younger guys and all you followers are trying to figure out the best settings on the game right now. Um, but I can assure you that everybody else is doing the same thing. Nobody's set in their ways at the moment. So just give it time, kind of feel it out for yourself, and then just follow your content creators for the game. Because honestly, that's what I did when I first started. Was I just watched like King Rider and Linz and Trojan, just seeing like what they were running, and then I would kind of just take that and just make it my own in a way. Just kind of make like add my personal touches. But yeah, I will be releasing my own settings video here very shortly, so don't worry, guys. But yeah, I gotta say, the sand feels a lot better. I gotta say, OEM team has really hit the nail on the head this time around. Not only with how the bikes feel, but just with everything, honestly. The traction on the tires, the traction overall, how the suspension feels. Doesn't feel like I'm bouncing around as much as I used to, but that could just be a placebo effect, right, guys? But yeah, I will be linking the track down in the description. If you guys want to check that out, also check out my Twitch. I do stream almost every day, or at least try to, with the boys over at No Choice Motorsports, my team that I do graphics design for and some content creation. So, but yeah, that's gonna do it for me today. I'll give you guys the setup once I finish this lap real quick. Alright, I ran a 1:52.3 was my fastest time. If you guys can beat that, put it down in the chat down below. Here, I'll show you guys my setup. So obviously, lower the fuel a little bit, help you get some faster lap times. Really, you don't need that much fuel anyways, because these two-strokes don't really consume that much fuel anyways. And then just running the sand 90s, sand 120s. The pressure, I run the UK metrics, so I think this is like 15.1 or like 14.5, something like that, for pounds for the pressure, but I run 1.5 bar on both. And then the front disc leverage, that's just mainly to just, have more leverage on your front brake, so you're not like jabbing at the front brake when you grab onto the brakes. And rear disc, this just helps with heat management, so if you're slamming on the brakes all the time, that your brakes won't lock up as much. And then obviously front suspension, rear suspension, I did do it a little bit softer. Here's it compared to the default suspension. Default suspension is in red on the right, and then stock suspension is in the black, or my suspension is in the black on the left. I'll actually leave that up. But yeah, I did do a lot softer on the rebound. I feel like the rebound with the update is really harsh. It kind of like kicks your rear end really high if you're on the brakes really hard. So I found out that lowering it a lot does help with getting that rear kick to stop happening. Excuse me. And then lengthen the gearing a little bit, as well as the geometry. Kind of made it a little bit more snappy. Like for the last update, the fork offset, if you went lower, made it more snappy on the steering. But now if you go higher, it makes it more snappy on the steering, which is kind of weird and kind of backwards compared to real life, but I guess that's how it works now. Fork height as well. This has kind of been flip-flopped, and it's kind of more dumbed down, I think. Because the old way was like fork height was like how far your fork stanchions went above your triple clamps. So now they've kind of like flip-flopped that. Swing arm length, extended that a little bit. Rod length, extended that a little bit. And then the mapping, I just do race because it makes the throttle response way snappier. Makes it way easier to like get out of corners without having to nag the clutch to get that two-stroke to not bog out of the corners. So I definitely do recommend the race mapping compared to the standard. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. See you.